Hello traders, welcome to the live stream. Is the audio video clear? Let me know. Good evening everyone. Venkatadri Motors, Akrudin sir, HS Krishnan. Yeah. Quickly in the comment section, just let me know what is your view about the market. Bullish, bearish, sideways, what is it? The market has been sideways throughout the day, but first half if it is bearish or sideways, first half if the market is sideways, usually in the second half when US market open, it might try to be a bit trendy. So we will see if any looking at this current market condition, yes, taking a trade doesn't make any sense, but market now only it's open, right? So yes, we will have some opportunities. Just tell me, what is your view about the market? Gold, if you see continuously, there has been a correction. Let's see, 15 minutes. Market has given a breakdown here. This breakdown definitely would have attracted people. And in case gold, if there is any uncertainty or negative news in the market, gold might tend to move towards the upside. This zone is there. Just mark this and keep as of now. Market finally giving a breakdown in Ethereum at the zone. That's okay. We'll just see how it behaves. Sometimes it will go clear some. This one itself, stop losses, anyone considering this area as support if they have entered to trap the market can move towards the downside. Later there can be a pullback. How much leverage you will take? See, here 25x is there, in BTC 50x, in gold 50x. That is more than enough. Leverage will go up to 200x also. That and all is not required for us. TH, this zone can be a kind of buyer zone, but let's not take any risk at the beginning stage itself. Tarun sir, hello, welcome to the live stream. Lata Madan, hello, welcome. Those of you who have not yet liked the live stream, please do it. It will support the channel. Breakdown has come with volume as well, but let's see if there is any continuation for us to decide to go bearish. US market, let's see. At this point of time, Nasdaq, S&P 500 both are slightly negative, not that much, not too far apart. This movement can be a trap, traders. That is why I don't want to take random entry. Volume is there compared to previous levels and all here. Compared to previous levels and all here, definitely volume is there, but that breakdown might be just to remove weak players also. So to take random entry here, gold is kind of holding on within this range. High, low, lower high, lower low. Again, maybe lower high, something possibility is there. I'll give it some time to decide. Good evening, Srinivas sir. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you, Chandru sir. Thank you for liking. Tricky situation. Here, that is the problem. Here, this can be a buyer zone. It will take some time for us to judge or decide. In BTC, liquidation is somewhere near 93,200, 300 zone. So here, market is kind of holding. This can be a pressure situation. See, this buyer zone. I said no, it can become a trap also. That is the issue. We'll give market some time to decide what it wants to do. 7 points. If you consider the low, 14 points. 14 points minimum you have to target at least up to this zone and our idea today will be to take small wherever buyer seller zone is there, small stop losses. Even if I'm taking 2 or 3 trades, little bit like scalper I will think, and try to reduce the loss as much as possible, and like that we will try. Okay, that might be better in this market condition. SJ, good evening sir. Good evening. It's kind of buyer zone. Market is kind of holding on to this area. That's fine. I'm looking at the market on 5 minutes time frame only as of now. Two areas of pressure can be there. One is near this buyer zone and another one is after this breakdown, quick reversal. Two situations we can come across. The zone is very big also. If the breakdown, retest continuation is something that we can try, not at random places. Okay, zone. I'm switching to 1 minute time frame right now. Market is holding the buyer zone. Okay, why not? I'll place one entry here. I'll see if buying zone market is respecting, if it's moving. Little bit quick momentum of 1:2 is possible. We'll think like scalper, reduce the risk, and if we get the moment we will try to hold on to the trade. Okay, I've taken an entry here. Buyer zone, market is quickly moving. There are some pressure zones. Reduce the risk. The seller can enter somewhere near this trend line. That possibility is there, but this movement is becoming very quick. Trend line, it's facing rejection. So for hunting stop loss, market can go a bit more higher also. Chance is there, but this trend line area you want to exit means you exit. Little more. Risk is 0 as of now. Trend line rejection possibility is there. Okay, market can come up to this zone also and reverse. So I'm saying safe traders to book here only. If you want to hold, you hold. Continuously this trend line is acting as rejection area. One solid candle breaking this level, we can get off the stop loss below that breakout candle itself. but safe traders can exit here. Right now I'm saying. Okay, that's not. Candle is there, buying pressure is there. Fine, I'll leave it as it is. Let it give a breakout, then I can think about it. Safe traders can exit here. Now, like scalper, if you are thinking, by now we should have kind of exited somewhere here only, or trailed off the SL2 maximum. Let's not take too much pressure in this trade. We will trail the SL. If the market moves up, let it move. If it doesn't move also, net to net we will be in a profitable situation. This candle is breaking the high, so a little bit pushing the target towards the upside. $20 breakout rate as zone. We'll keep the stop loss here. If it reverses and takes the stop loss also, no problem. Okay, like scalper, if you're thinking like this only, we have to go. Little bit many stop losses there to hunt that market is moving up. That's the market's plan as of now. Like sir said, maybe if it's giving a breakout here, one pressure zone is there, so buyers can enter also here. This is one pressure zone, traders. Breakout can create a trap, so what we can do, little more SL we will trail. If it hits also, no problem, right? I hope you're understanding with what logic I'm taking this trade. SL should have been little here only, but okay. Breakout retest, after that also continuation possibility is there. So for retest and all, we no need to give stop loss at the bottom and all in wait. If the moment comes quickly, we will try to capture. Quicker we close the trade also, for us brokerage also will reduce from one side. To here, one zone is there. Below this zone, if it goes only sell up, fine. Okay, anyways, it's gone. We tried to, I think this was the actual target, it reached that and I extended the target, so we got that. Now why we did not enter a bearish trade looking at this market condition is because here buying pressure was there. This was a higher low, high, higher low, and here maybe there was a chance for buyers to enter. With that logic, small stop loss, we looked for opportunity and we got the movement. In ATH, if you have got this movement, in BTC also, here you would have got. Okay, fine, we will wait for the next setup. How many of you entered this trade? Today Nifty was highly volatile. Yes, it was volatile. It was moving as per Bank Nifty. At the initial stage only, my mindset was very clear that here, I think this zone, here first I had said this is a Bank Nifty's buyer zone, already I had discussed. As long as Bank Nifty, I tried a call option but it was too volatile, so only 6 to 8 points something I gave as SL and closed the call trade. IT index, everything was negative, market sentiment was negative, so okay, I thought sellers will enter here, the seller zone will try to capture the moment is what we planned. Based on that, I took a bearish trade, and when Bank Nifty was near seller zone, Nifty also, expectation was okay, it can make some momentum towards the downside along with Bank Nifty. So that helped me a bit in my trade. And again, I think volatility was there here or there. I think in the pre-market only I told there are 2 to 3 buyer zone traders, please be careful. One had said this is a buying zone. Okay, I said this is the final. From final buying zone, nice momentum. In Nifty also, here I expected for it to move towards the upside, because here there was a breakdown buying zone. Bank Nifty coming to support, Nifty has given a breakdown. As per this, later I expected some kind of reversal. That did not happen. I did not participate also in this zone, but one bearish trade I had taken here, that also helped. Net to net, big profits and all I was not able to make today, but okay, so it was okay only for me. How to find breakout, fake breakout? You have to maybe look at the zones, right? So in this case, I expected this buyer to enter here. Even if market gives a breakdown, initially the first momentum, some people will leave. Later, if market is showing bearishness, selling pressure only, they look for opportunity. So majority of the time, immediately at this breakdown, if you avoid taking trade only, it is a good decision itself. Now what is happening is market moved up, retest, and now it's trying to break the upper level. So here if it breaks the upper level, then there might be some opportunities towards the upside. Let's say this is the recent swing high to swing low. Market has given a strong momentum. Next level is this buyer zone. Confusion is there, but little bit after nice correction they're trying to hold on to the market. So selling pressure is there at this zone. If market sustains above this zone, maybe one more opportunity might open up. So here, let's say 8 points is the risk. We'll wait. Gold. See, you asked me how to avoid fake breakdown. You see here, market gave a breakdown. It showed continuation, but if it had given a pullback and here it had shown some bearishness, yes, opportunity towards the downside is possible. Sometimes what will happen, the seller will enter here also. From this zone also they can push, but since this support zone already market has trapped, right? Now this will become a 50% chance. If I take a bearish trade, placing stop loss here and look for downside opportunity is there, but that's a 50% chance. So waiting is kind of better. If ETH is sustaining, BTC is sustaining, continuation possibility is there. Both has given a breakout. As a scalper we can try. Okay, here we have to be a bit, risk is okay. I've taken one entry already. Breakout, it is sustaining. Upper zone liquidity, it is cleared. Why is this? It's kind of creating. Like I said, I'm thinking of this setup like a scalper only. I'm not going to take too much risk from the profit what I made. Small opportunities. If I get a breakout setup, I will try to look for continuation. If not, too much risk I'll not be taking in this trade. Here breakout has come, here market a bit sustenance. The stop loss also is not required. Here if it crosses this zone, if it crosses this zone and show continuation, then I'll start trailing the stop loss even more, right? Too much risk is not required, already I've told. Just give me a closing above this zone. Let's see, just give a closing. Okay, give me closing quickly above the zone. If it's not giving also, I will reduce the SL. Another 4 3 2. Okay, slightly it's given closing, that's fine. I'll trail the SL somewhere near this zone. Only problem can come also, as long as it goes above the zone, gives a closing only, continuation possibility is there, or else again it can go here also, it can correct up to this zone. I don't want to kind of lose the profit whatever we made from this zone only. If it continues, let it continue below this green candle, my stop loss is there for this sellers kind of risk is 1:2 only, this upper zone. Pressure will come here. Two, one. This is one buyer zone. If he holds this zone only, it is a safe situation for me. Okay, let's see what he does. If he gives up also 30 points, $30, that's fine. I'll turn off the screen just for 2 minutes. Buyer is holding on to this zone. Buyer is holding, so my risk should be even just below the buyer zone. Again, volatility and all is happening, means I'll close this trade. I will not hold. If it gives a closing above this zone, box zone, it will be a good situation for us. Okay. Done. Here also continuation possibility is there. Small stop loss here, look for continuation. It might be targeting sellers a bit higher. No SL required for this trade. If it corrects, takes the SL, no problem. Only the continuation we will try to capture. This zone is actually a safe buyer zone, right? So here pressure can, the zone one issue is there. It's okay. No risk in this trade now. Just below this candle. SL I will keep. Okay. Did it trigger? Did it not trigger? Okay. I reduced almost cost to cost only. I exited. Refresh. Selling pressure comes, means no need to hold. Okay. See, like I said in the beginning only, mindset is like a scalper. I have come today. So I'm not going to stay in any trade for too long. It's not required. This we have identified as a recent buyer zone. So if this buyer is holding on to this range, then what would happen is the zone market will try to hold. Let's see if it holds or not. Two trades we have taken so far. One we have exited almost $7 profit, you can say cost to cost only, that's fine. Another one, decent profit we have made and closed. Market is still respecting this buyer zone. So 1 2 candles we will see, and then we will look. How many people entered the 2 trades with me? Coming somewhere here. This zone is important. Why I said there is a problem here is because of there are some sellers here recently who entered this zone and all. They might think about re-entering. That's why if the re-enter big movement comes means there's no point in keeping bigger SL for the trade. Respecting the buying zone, something market does means fine. If it's not doing anything as such, then no point. Slightly is it broken the buyer zone? Yes, it is kind of broken. Zone is acting as double M pattern. Let's see, now that slightly it's given a closing below the zone. I'm not taking any trade directly, but just in case if we get the chance, opportunity might open up. Not taken this trade yet, waiting. Yeah, this buying zone only, it's acting a bit weird, but market has to go above the zone. Minimum buyer has to break this zone. Only then buying pressure can continue in the market, or else there is no buyer's pressure. Main reason of not entering right now is because if I get a breakdown, this stop loss will be reasonable, or else near this buying zone only if it moves, stop loss might not be reasonable. It might hit off the stop loss. That is the reason, because very close, you can see, right? This buyer zone, what I said, it's very close here. Okay, it's kind of showing some pressure. 20 seconds more. If it gives a closing below buying pressure zone, I will attempt a bearish trade. Let's be ready. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Placed an order here. SL is as per this. Seller might hold. Target, we can see what will happen. We will see. Since I'm thinking like scalper, no need bigger SL. Continuation possibility, if we get, we will think. Here and all, there is no buying pressure, this and all. Market might not respect, basically, as per my understanding. If it goes up above the zone and all, very less chances there. Next it can come here or here, these zones it can come. So just for the sake of giving buffer, I've given a buffer up to that zone, but once market correct, I will reduce the SL. 1. Okay. Little above this candle. That's fine. If it is trying to hold too long, it should not hold too long, right? So basically it has to continue. 50 seconds. Just for reference point, I'll keep this as target, but if it continues, we will extend and go, but so little more, reduce the SL. Can buyer zone be here and all? Possibility is there, but this according to me is not a buyer zone. So I can be wrong, that's why I have put the stop loss and kept. Basically it should not hold the zone, it will break as per my understanding. So we'll reduce the risk a bit more. Why sell trade? Why sell trade? I will tell you. Just give me some time here. Here we could see seller's dominance there on top. Okay, that's why. As of now, here one zone is there. Okay, fine. Here one zone is there, right? Here I said, will it act as support or not? Buying zone? I'm not sure. Because of that, I've reduced the risk. Sometime back, I told you the reason why I'm looking for bearish setup here. This week it has to give closing. Give me a closing soon. If this is falling, BTC also should be falling ideally. It's holding the zone. It's holding. By the time it is like 10 seconds, market should have been here at this zone. Remaining 28 seconds is there, market is holding on to this zone, means little bit they can become active. The become active, already $10 is the maximum risk I'm taking, so nothing to worry here. This zone I was sure market will break. This zone I was a bit skeptical. That's why I started reducing the risk when I decided, okay, there's a potential of downside spike. Still seller zone is there, still market is at seller zone only. Now if I enter, it will become too late. Fine, if your SL is not hit, wait. This zone, up to this zone, there is a chance. This just came for SL up to this zone. Okay, the main reason why I took bearish trade is because market gave a breakout here, and some people, okay, they missed out on opportunity. Again, it gave a breakout here at this zone. When market was holding, fresh entry people would have taken, but here also on a breakout people would have entered. The problem was this seller. Okay, the seller who's sitting here, they might attempt to push the market down, okay, at this zone, because any random buyers who enter to take out their stop loss, they might push the market towards the downside. That's why for the second trade which I took, also stop loss very less I kept, right? So that is the issue, that is the situation. So since those seller can re-enter based on that logic, once there was a buying zone here, once this buyer gave up this box, right, expectation was market will move towards the downside. It has moved, but quickly it took that, like scalper, if you think there's the problem, right, it will take that small SL and reverse. Sometimes you'll be able to capture the big move also. So there's advantage and disadvantage of being a scalper. Now this zone is important. If market is holding on to this zone, no fresh trade at this point of time. Okay, now what zones are important? This zone is actually important. One more zone is here. These two are important areas. I'm not taking buy trade even though I feel this is a buying zone, is because here immediately seller zone is there. That is why whoever took the bearish trade, if your stop loss is not hit, you can wait for some time. Only above this candle, if it goes, maybe you can decide to exit. But let me tell you, in decision zone only market is, between the buying and seller zone. Let's see gold, 10 minutes time frame. minutes. Take down, retest, direction. What we will do, will mark Fibonacci levels and keep. Maybe we can say this zone and all can be a pullback area before the upside move. If market goes below this zone, then we will go as per lower high, lower low. In between we will exit, we will enter, and if continuation happens, we'll go bearish. Or else until this zone is respected, avoid any bearish trade. Market is holding this zone. How do you identify buyer seller zone? I've explained all of those things in our crypto strategy stop loss hunting course. Whatever I've taught here, same thing I'm doing on a 1 minute time frame in a lower trend. Okay, so that is what it is. If you wait for the setup for a bit longer, let's say you're trading on 5 minutes, 15 minutes, number of trading setup also will reduce. At the same time, number of this. Okay, now this buyer held on to this range, this seller gave up, so this zone is no more important. Now we will see this seller zone, what market will do. Is intraday trend, so intraday trend, for that at least we have to see 5 minutes time frame. As of now, one issue, let me tell you here, here continuously market is moving down, right? Here if you see, the range became narrow. In price action there's a pattern. Continuously if market keeps moving towards the downside, it will give a breakout, usually a retest, and then give a continuation. Up to 50% of how much it is corrected, it will move. This is doing somewhat similar to that setup. Still 50% is not done. Up to this zone also little space is there. It completely depends on if this seller wants to enter or not. And this seller as of now, since is holding, I can't go bullish, right? So this is the current scenario. Market can be bullish, right? Current trend, and then later it can reverse if market is trying to move as per 50% of the previous swing correction. Sorry, 1 second, my mistake. This is the previous correction. Market already gone 50%. Seller zone is here. As long as market is staying below this zone, it is bearish. If it goes above this zone only, next market is trying to target the upper sellers. Upper seller again, he will try to enter somewhere here. So we'll be careful at that zone if market gives a breakout at this area. Okay. As of now, I'll switch to 1 minute. Market is between buying seller zone. No need to take any entry at this point of time. Stop loss, if it is below the buyer zone, it is better. Why I'm keeping stop loss, I'm reducing the stop loss much, because I'm thinking in a scalper mindset today. Okay, so idea is not to stick on to the same emotion or the same trend for longer duration. If we capture the trend, if movement continues, we keep trailing and going and try to book the profit and not give too much SL. That's the whole idea. Okay, now since this first trade already we identified the buyer zone, we got a little decent momentum in the market. Net to net, we're kind of in a profitable situation only. Maybe for our next trade, that profits we can use as a support for us, right? So now no need to take any trade. There's indecision between the buyers and sellers. Can you tell me breakout strategy? Breakout strategy means, okay, for example, this is a breakout only. Many people will enter at this breakout. Sometimes what will happen, usually market will come for a retest, remove the weak players who entered buy trade up to 50-60% of this, or trend line will act as support. Here it will reverse. So if you're entering a bullish trade also, like this kind of candle, below the breakout candle or below this trend line only stop loss has to be placed. That is when you will be a bit safe, or below the trend line. So this is one kind of breakout setup. In our price action course in detail, I've discussed why is this setup important. Already we had taken this entry here, so we did not wait for we got off the momentum quickly only. So no entry, no setup as of now. BTC, nothing interesting. BTC also little bit breakdown. Maybe it can correct up to here. It all depends on ETH. Between what to enter. We'll concentrate on gold. As of now, double top. Fine. There's a trend line here. Trend line. This breakdown who and all has entered, everything market has trapped, but to a certain extent we know the overall gold trend is bullish. So this is just a correction in the market. A proper zone we can take. Now just taking a bearish trade in the uptrend market will be a bit difficult, so little bit we will wait traders, then if we get entry we will see. Buyer zone properly respected. This is coming to seller zone, but that is fine. ETH still has little more space. If it moves little more like this, that means what will happen? BTC will not respect this seller zone. That issue I have. That's why I'm not taking any entry at this point of time. Let's see US market. Slightly it's become positive, and morning I'd given the zone as support in Ethereum. Market gave a breakdown, respected the support, finally reversal. BTC, I think it went little below the support zone. Support started to act as resistance, and the ETH also, the support zone what I gave in the morning, it started respecting. Resistance upper level is here, too far. Here also resistance zone is there. Is there chance for market to move up to this zone? Definitely. In case the seller who pushed the market down, I said no, 50% correction. Based on this moment, I'm saying 50% correction is done. But based on, let's say, this trend line, if market wants to trap, then up to this zone also it has space. For that, first let it break the seller zone, then we will decide. Gold trend line breakout. Least if it was forming any kind of left shoulder head, right shoulder like this at the breakout with small stop loss, I would have entered bullish trade. Now it's not formed anything as such, it's just form a W pattern. If it forms, fine. For that correction up to this zone it has to come. Only Fakhruddin sir traded in Nifty today. What about others? No trade. If this goes to seller zone, this seller zone will not be respected. That's why I'm not entering bearish trade right now. Okay. In ending, I did good morning. What does it mean? Okay, so it's coming to seller zone. So this zone BTC will not respect, like I said. 40 seconds, 30 seconds already seller zone breakout. Seconds, if it's given breakout, it might sustain. $80 points in BTC. It's given a closing above seller zone only, so that's kind of okay. Maybe if market stays above seller zone, I might see some profit in this trade. So small stop loss, and I can try minus to 1.5 risk reward for this trade. I will reduce the stop loss as and when market continues. I know there's a resistance here, that is fine. I'm just taking entry because market has gone above the seller zone here. So here, if it sustains, ETH sustains, BTC also can sustain, and stop loss for this trade is very small itself, around 165 170 points, and all is very less for the market. Hopefully if it sustains, I'll get a good move. I'm taking this green candle as a reference, and this green candle, if market comes here also, if it tries to bounce back, I'm fine. If it reverses, I have to take the SL, no other option. It's holding. $16, $13, $12. Just don't give a closing below this zone. If it doesn't give closing, more than enough for me. Oh, again, seller zone. Fine, it's broken the seller zone once. So I will reduce the risk here. Buyer put pressure in the market at this zone. If he wants to hold, let him hold. If not, I will think about exiting. It's only little bit confusion it created right now. Again, seller has entered. Okay. At least BTC buying zone respected. Now we will reduce the SL. Keeping SL below the buying zone only is better. Let the moment come, then we'll see. Have you gone? Okay, finally above seller zone. Resistance is there, that is not a problem. If buyer is strong, he has to push it. Okay, so with that logic only, I'm holding on to this trade. Just give trade taken, but not with you, bro. The knowledge you share, I have applied with my strategy, done little profits. Okay, good. Hi, sir. Nowadays, 20 points. Nifty SL takes very much risk. Almost my capital is half now. How much points normally I need to keep? See, 20 points is enough when you trade near the buyers or sellers zone. Okay, based on stop loss hunting zone, if you're planning your entry, then it should not be a problem. Double top. Is it gone? It's holding above seller zone. Pressure is coming in ATH. It's not showing continuation. BTC is ready to move. ATH is not giving continuation. Give the breakout soon. Here basically what's happening is people didn't know this was a resistance. Who and all entered at the breakout, they got trapped. Now okay, market fell here again, let me enter at the resistance. If people think whoever is entering, market is getting prepared to trap them. So if that is the case, then quick momentum if it gives, right, then it has to continue. That's the whole point. But why is it taking so much time is because of this Ethereum not breaking the seller zone. It broke, but it's kind of holding. I think it gave a closing above seller zone. No, it's not giving closing above seller zone, means the setup becomes 50-50. Give the closing soon, buddy. See, for someone who asked me, right, why in Bank Nifty I said 60,800 is a buying zone. So from here Bank Nifty reversed. Now what time it reversed, you think about it. It reversed somewhere at 138. See, 138 in Nifty. Okay, somewhere at this candle. So for this trade, right, if you had given 20 points risk on the spot chart, if you're giving 20, on the premium chart it will be a bit more. Anyways, first the setup we will see. No risk here, 0. It's going up. Now this again, this trade became 0 risk trade. Ideally stop loss I have to keep here if I'm trading as per my rule, near cost to cost. But when I'm trading as a scalper, I might keep it this way because I don't want to lose much. But if you think okay, momentum we have got will continue, means stop loss has to come here somewhere. Okay, so what I will do, I'll keep the stop loss like scalper or my own this one. Fine. It's kind of correcting. It took my SL, but this setup at this breakout, for this somewhere here only SL has to be, right, below this zone. That was somewhere near my entry place only, right? So near my entry place, just below my entry price, around I think 12 to 20 points dollars stop loss would have been there. If the bigger momentum would have continued, I would have got the moment. Why here I trailed the stop loss? Like I already said, like scalper, when you think once big movement comes, below that big movement you have to keep trailing the stop loss and go. One small movement only we have captured here in the trade, no big movement. But in scalper perspective, I hope you have got an understanding as to how to make use of the situation. Why did I take a bullish trade here? Reason, ATH was breaking the seller zone. It gave a closing above that zone. That means the buyer who's here, he is a bit strong. And recently, where is the swing? This is the recent swing. But for this trade, I cannot keep stop loss here, right? If I'm entering, if this is the buyer zone, I'll keep stop loss here, look for entry. Okay. And now here, if I'm looking for entry at the breakout, this zone, whatever is there, little below this candle only will place the stop loss. And if market hits the stop loss, fine. Or we will try to get the target. As of now, market is staying above seller zone only. Here also, I think it should hold. It's holding. Anyone is holding on to the bullish trade, see if you can get the continuation. Little bit, you guys tell me, whoever is watching the live stream, regularly you keep looking at my live stream. You keep asking me, why do you keep holding on to the trade for longer duration and things like that? Not because I don't know how to, hold the position, just that I am very much used to holding on to the position for longer duration because I'm okay to give the risk. But today, only as a scalper, if I think I don't want to give the risk like this, if I think this is the way I have to keep trailing the stop loss and keep on going. What kind of trading setup you prefer? Today's kind of setup or yesterday, day before yesterday kind of setup? The advantage you will have in this kind of setup is stop loss will be very small, net to net, around $100 only is the profit. But if you are trying to close the trade very quickly also, you'll get that leverage, right? In BTC, if you close the trade within 30 minutes, only one side brokerage is there, two sides is not there, right? That advantage you will get. For scalping, 30 minutes also is not required. You just get the move, you look for continuation and keep going. I think this kind of setup, I feel especially Hajira, I think you might be trailing the stop loss like this and setting, right? Where maybe, okay, let me show you. Here we identified the buyer zone, correct? We identified the buyer zone, we entered somewhere here, we looked for movement. If you remember, I said the next target will be up to this zone and all. If I had not trailed the stop loss too much, at every pullback next buyer zone below that I had placed the SL, this target and all, only in one trade only it would have been achieved in today's case. But in yesterday's case, waiting for so long, where did the target get achieved? It was a problematic situation because maybe we got the trend also wrong and there was negative news also. So like this, issues will come. Depending on the day, you should already come with the mindset what kind of trade you want to take. Now, what is the current market condition? Here it has given a breakout, fine, it will attract some people. Let's say we draw Fibonacci here. Maybe what we can do, silence the retest continuation. We'll just mark the zone and keep as of now. Okay, why we are marking? Because this is a breakout. This zone sellers might enter. Okay, if you want, sellers might enter. I'm not saying 100%, but let's say sellers might enter. They can push the market around 50% of the current condition. Let's say I place a sell order here. Okay, I took a sell order in gold around 29 points I sell. See, here I know there's a chance that market can come here, retest and move also, but little bit, if it has to trap people a bit, it has to go a bit lower. Now if you want this SL, you can reduce also. Okay, why have we taken a bearish trade here? Reason number one, market has given a breakdown and this is a retest. Retest is somewhere near 0.678 0.618786 level of Fibonacci, and that zone is after giving a breakout. Sometimes if people are thinking waiting for entry, if they've entered here, or trendline breakout if they have entered, to take out their liquidity, market can move towards the downside. With that logic only, I have taken this setup. For this setup, so much SL is required? I don't think so. You can reduce the SL also, right, up to this zone. So here 1:2 risk reward setup will be formed. You can keep the SL above this candle also, little above this candle if market goes. Also you can plan your exit. Now idea is either market will come down from here, it will retest and go, or if this is just a pullback, then this momentum will continue. So just a small quantity only I'm taking, and I'm trying to show you at what levels how market might try to trap. Let's say you entered a trade here at this breakout. Where will you place your stop loss? Here, here. So there is 50 to 60% chance or 70% chance also market to hit the stop loss, because here only most SL will be there, but this buyer might try to hold on to the market. So that time what will happen after this breakdown, the stop loss is not required, you will trail the stop loss a bit more. I don't know, a lot of things at a time I'm discussing. If you are able to catch the point, understand the point, it will be good. If you're not able to understand some things what I say, let me know. Did you understand the logic behind why I took a bearish trade here? Simple, above this candle we will keep. This trend line will act as a retest. If it reverses, fine, small stop loss. If it moves down, bigger target. Just 1500 quantity I took to show sample as to now I'm okay to give this risk and go for this reward, because like this around 10 trades I will take. Okay, out of 10 trades, let's say risk reward is 1:2. 5 trades you make profit, 5 trades you make loss. Okay, net to net, at least from 5 trades, since it is 1:2 risk reward, net to net you will be in a profitable situation. Like this, based on stop loss hunting, if you plan, maybe you will get some good opportunities. Okay, so here also this trade based on stop loss hunting only we tried 1:2, 3, 4. Also market gave, I think somewhere this zone, somewhere I exited, but continuation possibility was there. You can keep trailing the stop loss and going depending on the market condition. I don't know, so tell me if whatever I'm saying, are you able to understand the concept? Because only I'm speaking, you guys don't. Hello, good evening, Balu sir. I just saw your message now. At the ending, I did good profit. Okay, Venkatri Motor sir. A cup shape is forming. A cup shape is forming. I think I'm reading your message a bit late. Now you see breakout. This is a retest. I know from here there's a chance market can go up, so I place the stop loss here and kept. But if the seller are strong, they might try to push the market towards the downside. So usually when we do stop loss hunting trades and things like that, we need to be doing a bit of opposite of what many people do. The same kind of 1:2, 1:3 risk reward. Now this above seller zone, BTC above seller zone, it's kind of holding. So I told no, if this I think I said somewhere below this candle, somewhere I said buyer zone is there. If market is holding on to this zone, if it's respecting that zone, it will continue. That is something which is happening right now. Trading Patashala. Hello sir, good evening, welcome to the live stream. Almost 1 hour done. Now here, if market reverses from the zone, fine, or if it's forming a double top also, little buffer I have given, if it corrects also fine, or else I'll take the small SL and I will be closing for the day. Okay, this is my plan with this gold trade as of now. Whatever is the status of this request, I'll let you know later. Okay, as of now ETH is above seller zone, so it can hold. BTC is correcting, seller zone is acting as support. Continuation possibility is there. I don't want to take any fresh trade at this zone. I'll see later. ETH is giving a pullback. Sorry, gold. The seller is strong, who pushed, created problem for this breakout buyers. He will continue the downside move. Okay, if that happens, I'll let you know. If it moves up, reaches 5164, then I'll think about exiting from the trade. Okay, alright traders, as of now there's no other setup in front of me. 1 hour live stream is done. Whatever is the status of this request, I will let you know in the crypto community group. Okay, those of you who wish to join our crypto community group, you can open account with Delta Exchange. The link to open account is there in the pinned comment. If you want, I can share the link again here. Use this link, open the account. Once you open account, send a WhatsApp message to us. You can see the number on the screen. So once you send a message, you will be getting access to this stop loss hunting course, where you will learn how to identify buyer, seller zone, all of those things. Same concept what I've taught in that only, I'm using it in a lower time frame. That's it, nothing else. Okay, so in case the stop loss hit, I'm not going to make any changes. Target also, I'm not going to make any changes. I'm just going to leave it as it is. Okay, whatever is the status, I booked profit or loss, I'll let you know in the group. Okay traders, thank you for participating. Good night, take care, I'll see you tomorrow.